be doing you this makeup tutorial based on obviously this makeup look. It's a super festive, perfect for Thanksgiving. It is very glam, so it's definitely not like a natural Thanksgiving look. It is a glam look and it's perfect for Christmas parties or just anything festive. It's super festive with the gold shimmery sparkly eye. You could obviously not wear a dark lip, which would make it look a little bit less dressy, but I personally love this combination with the gold sparkly eye and the super dark berry lip. But if you want to see how to get this festive background! So I got my little fairy lights up just because I thought it's festive and it's very festive-y. I'm also filming with a new camera and lens today, so hopefully it works okay because I can only see the camera viewfinder, which is really small, so I can't see if I'm in focus or anything. So hopefully it's okay. And let me know if you like it. And yeah, if you want to see how I got this makeup look, then just keep watching. Okay, let's get started. So, Barefaced Tashie here, and we're starting off with primer, and I'm using the Makeup Forever Smoothing Primer. One of my favourites. I use this to pat onto my skin. I used to rub, but now I pat, and I find that it does smooth much better. And you'll see, like, in a second, like, how much smoother, like, I was in a really weird mood today. I don't know what I am doing. But, can you see how much smoother my face looks? Like, for real. Doesn't that just look like it's just been blurred? Anyway, moving on to foundation, this is a new one for me on the channel today, which is the Rimmel Match Perfection. I'm in the shade True Nude. It does look a little bit orangey on camera, but it didn't in real life. I think it was just my new camera settings. I need to just fiddle about with them a bit. But I really like this foundation. I used it once the other day, and I really liked how it came out. It's a little bit like L'Oreal True Match, but maybe like a little bit dewier. I really like it. Moving on to concealer and contour, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. This is in number 10 for the light shade, and then the darker shade for contouring is number 30. You will see when I do put on the contour shade, it does look pretty orange on this camera, but I can assure you in real life I was not a tangerine, I promise. So I'm just applying that under my eyes, my nose, my forehead and my chin, and then contouring and blending it out with my damp beauty blender. Okay, I'm then going to set the face with powders. I'm going to use the ABH contour kit, and first of all I'm taking the banana shade to set everywhere we highlighted, so under the eyes, forehead and chin, and then I'm going to be taking a mixture of these two shades, I think it's Fawn and Havana, and going over where we contoured. But as I said, you can see it looks super orange, like really orange, but I can tell you it just so didn't in real life, so much so that I didn't even like stop to be like, wow, do I look orange, until I watched it back. So yeah, it's not orange in real life, I promise. And to highlight the face, I'm using BeccaxJaclyn Hill Champagne Pop. I can't help but go back to this highlight. It is probably my favourite ever highlighter. It really is really pigmented and just really pow, like there's your highlight. I particularly love wearing this one when I'm not wearing any blush, which I'm not today. So cheekbones and the nose, and then I'll be using MAC Fix Plus to set the face as always, just to give you that really nice, flawless, like dewy, more natural kind of looking face. Moving on to the eyebrows, I'm going to be using the ABH Brow Wiz in the shade Medium Brows just to fill them in.
I'm then going to be just setting my brows using, this is the Rimmel Brow This Way. It's just a clear brow gel. I go between a clear and a coloured, but if I've done my eyebrows slightly darker, I do prefer a clear rather than a coloured, if that makes any sense at all. Once I've done that, I will be moving on to the eyes. I'm going to be taking the shade Bengal from, this is by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm taking this on a large Sigma fluffy brush. I think this is a F40 or an E40? I'm not sure, I'll leave it down below. But I'm just using this to run as our transition colour just all the way in that upper crease area in windscreen wipe motions. And then I'm going to be taking on, I think, a MAC 217, which is probably my favourite blending brush, and I'm taking the colour, this is Sienna, also by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm working this in, as you can see, the outer corner of my eye and the inner corner of my eye. To begin with, I'm not going to be connecting these into the crease, but I will go back in with my fluffy brush and blend them. But this is kind of my favourite eyeshadow technique at the moment. You might have seen that I've been doing this quite a lot. I think it's just really, really pretty, and I much prefer having like the lightest shade in the centre of my eyelid rather than the inner part of my eyelid. I don't know, I just really like the look. So I just work that in, and then I go back into my fluffy brush just to blend it out. And as you can see now, I'm blending it through the crease. So the most dense part will be in the inner and outer part, but it will be softly blended through the crease as well. Now I'm taking MAC Paint Pot, this is in Soft Ochre, and I'm just applying this to the centre where we've left it bare, just to give it a little bit of tackiness, as we will be applying some glitter to that area. So just putting a base down first like this, when it's still a bit sticky, it's just going to help it stick. I told you I was in a really weird mood. Spraying my brush with some Fix Plus, and then going to be going into, this is a Barry M Dazzle Dust in the shade Gold Bronze, and I'm just using a receipt that I found on my desk just to use as like a shield so the shadow doesn't drop onto my eyelid, and then I'm just packing the colour onto that centre part where we applied the Soft Ochre Paint Pot. You could, by all means, I probably should have done the eyes first, so if I had glitter fall out, because you do get fallout with loose glitters, and then done my face, but I wasn't really thinking, but this worked absolutely fine. As you can see, the receipt's just catching all the fallout, and it worked perfectly, so this is a little tip for you. Once I've applied it, I'm just going back into Sienna and just making sure the edges are blended out. And then for some liner, I'm using the Maybelline, this is the matte liquid liner, definitely my favourite liner at the moment. And I'm just using this to line my lash line with a tiny, tiny little flick at the edge, but nothing crazy and nothing too thick. I will then be applying some mascara and some false lashes, which I'm going to be using the Vegas Nay in Grand Glamour, which are kind of my favourite right now, so sorry if I keep using them. I'm then taking a nude liner, this is a 17 concealer pencil, I'm just lining my waterline and my inner tear duct, and I do put a tiny bit of whatever's left on my brush of the gold shimmer, the gold glitter, I just pack into the inner part of my eye, but I literally just use whatever's left, so nothing extra. I apply some Sienna on the lower lash line just underneath that nude liner, first of all with a flat definer brush, and then I will be blending out with the same MAC 217 that we used on the top of our eye, the lid. Back in with some mascara just to make sure our falsies blend in with our natural lashes, and also on the lower lash line as well. And then we will be moving on to the lips. First of all, I'm lining them with the MAC lip liner in Night Moth, so it's just this really nice dark berry colour. You could wear any colour lip with this eye, but I just love the combination of this goldy bronzy eye with the dark berry lip. I think it's insane, it's just amazing. But applying that first, and then I'm going over it with the Amrezy, is that right? Amrezy, is that how you say it? I never know. But her collaboration with Lipland Cosmetics in the shade Montenegro, which wasn't sent to me, by the way, I did just buy this myself. So absolutely amazing colour, like super really nice colour, but it is a little bit drying, I'm not going to lie, but I can handle it because I love the colour. And once you've done that, your look will be complete.
Okay, so this is the finished look, guys. I really hope you liked it. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys!